my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love, and today we're gonna be making fried pickles, keto style of course. So let's go over our ingredients. We did 1 cup of finely shredded Parmesan cheese. This is a mixture with Asiago, but that's gonna work. If you have Asiago, Parmesan, this even has some rosemary, guys, it's gonna be fine. Then we have 1 cup of pork rinds. So this is, you know, like powdered pork rinds. Then we have some almond flour. This is a lot more than what we'll need. We'll only need about 1/4 cup, and that's just to dip the pickles in to absorb the moisture. And then we're gonna do 2 eggs and seasonings of choice. Guys, you guys can add onion, salt, garlic salt, like your choice. Whatever you want that you love in there, boom, you guys are gonna add it. And that's about it. Oh, and of course, duh, we need our pickle spears. These are, I believe there's 11 of them, but you're just gonna, you know, if you wanna use 12, you'll be totally fine. If you wanna half it, you can totally do that and then just half everything else. So you'll need a separate bowl to put some of the almond flour. I'm only gonna use about 1/4 cup. You'll need some tongs. Then just something to whisk, whatever. I'm gonna use a fork, your little measuring cup. We have an air fryer here. My mom gave this to me like 2 years ago for my birthday, and I just opened it up about a month ago, and I love it, but you do not need it for this recipe. You can totally make it stovetop and just use a little bit of avocado oil or coconut oil or olive oil. So we're gonna do 2 eggs. Whoopsie. Okay, you definitely don't want to include the shell. So you're gonna add any seasoning of choice. I'm just gonna add a little bit of garlic salt. Actually, this is garlic powder. I don't like to add too much salt because the pickles are already salty, and then the Parmesan cheese is salty, and so we have other ingredients that are naturally salty, and you know, you don't wanna have salty pickles. So that's nice and whisked. Now, let's go ahead and mix these. So next step, we mix our our pork rinds with our Parmesan cheese, okay? So, okay, we're just gonna mix this together. Make sure that it's nice and mixed. And then we're gonna do 1/4 cup. Let's make sure. Okay, 1/4 cup of almond flour. You don't need much of this because it's literally just to coat the pickles. So this process is gonna be super simple. We're gonna grab the pickle, goes into the almond flour, from the almond flour into our egg into our breading, right? Which is our pork rinds and our Parmesan, back into the egg, back into the breading. So it's a double coat, and then into the air fryer. Okay, so we're gonna grab our little pickle. Guys, I usually use my hands, but I'm gonna try to be non-savage for you, so we're using the tongs. Okay, see? Nicely coated with the almond flour, and now into the egg. Okay, then into our breading. Okay. Sometimes I just let them hang out here so that all the, you know, it gets nicely coated. Okay, hold on, because the tongs are messing with my breading. Okay, and if you're trying to be like, you're trying to just have these super crispy fried pickles, dip it back into the egg. And back into the breading. All right. This is gonna be so crunchy. And once you're done, you're just gonna kind of try to dust it off a little so it doesn't have like half the breading on here. And we're gonna just put them straight onto our rack for the air fryer. Okay, we made room for him. It looks good, huh? So we're gonna put these in our air fryer. We are going to cook for 15 minutes at 400 degrees. If you don't have an air fryer, then you're just going to fry them you know, until they're nice and toasty and crispy. All right, guys, take a look at these little babies. Nice and crispy, no oil, made in the air fryer. But again, remember, you can make these stovetop. I've made them. Oh my gosh, guys, these are so big. Look at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them all out. And then, of course, we have to do the taste test. Like, you just have to. But guys, these are so crunchy. These are so fat. They're like so big. They look like hot dogs. So now, my favorite part, the taste test. So I want to show you how these monsters turned out. Can you see the size of these guys? Like, OMG. Well, we're not gonna be a savage and we're gonna get one of the smaller ones. Okay. And we're just gonna dip it into our homemade ranch with a little bit of the sriracha sauce. So, here we go. Look at how thick that pickle is. Nice and crunchy. Perfectly crunchy on the outside. It's not soggy whatsoever. I've purchased pickles where they're just soggy and I hate it. So these are homemade and perfect. Obviously keto, which makes it the best part. We finished our recipe. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed this easy homemade fried pickle recipe. Make sure that you guys tag me on Instagram so that I could repost your recreations and share it with everyone else. I love seeing what you guys make. If you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, do that as well. Of course, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up, and of course, turn your post notifications on so you don't miss any of my recipes. Until next time, guys, thanks again. Mwah.